I also have a very macro view. I look at business like a sport, and I think about life like life. And so I always use the analogy, and maybe a cartoon you guys should make is like, why isn't business more like sports, where like you can be a son of a bitch. Like if the cartoon looks like I'm like elbowing you and bleed and like tripping you and trying to win at all costs, but then when the game's over, I'm shaking your hand and saying, how's Carol? How are the two little ones? Hey, I want to give a donation to your charity. That's how I do business. I want to destroy everybody. Like, you know, what's interesting about me is like, you see what you're looking for in me. Some people, like literally you guys know this in the comments, it's like, this fucking guy is so crazy humble. What an amazing dude. The next one's like, the audacity on this one, fuck this dude. And it's like, you see what you're looking for, but they're both true. Like I'm wildly confident and super competitive and trying to win at all fucking costs when it comes to business. And that's what I'm doing with you guys when I'm getting feedback, or we're in this room right now, it's going hard. But the second you transition that conversation to real life and tell me about like your feelings, your insecurities, your wants and dreams, what you want to do outside of here, or what you want to use this platform to do for you, I go into that mode. Even though we're still unfortunately there isn't the obvious transition in business that there is in sports. The obvious transition in sports is I take off my jersey, there's 000, we can have that combo. Caleb can actually understand that we've transitioned, and even though I've elbowed him in the stomach and like fouled him and like literally called him a fucking son of a bitch and like fucking did all that, that we can then go into family. How's your mom? Hope, you know, what, you know, hey, by the way, I got that email about charity, or like, I'll do your golf outing this year, or like, hey, let's have dinner at the end of the season with the wives. We don't have that in business. In 1 minute, I'm like, telling you like, hey, cut that cost, and you're like trying to think about like, you know, like in 1 minute I'm making a comment of like somebody underperforming or like doing a bad job in the outside world, and then you're like, fuck, in my mind you're like, I want to leave in 6 months, I need Gary, like, you know, but I'm on the field right then. You come in here and you're like, hey, this is my life. I switch into human. In my office, I'm human. I'm human then executive. If you lead the conversation. If I lead the conversation, I'm executive. And then human. Make sense?
Yeah.